This week we don't have any top comment, but we would like to have a minute's silence from Manchester, where we're going to show you a very, very sad Manchester United fan. Have a look.
Hi everyone, I'm outside of Old Trafford ahead of the Manchester derby. It's going to be a really good game, I think. United struggling with their defence at the moment, not scoring enough goals, but anything can happen in a derby. And my prediction is 2-1 United. Come on, you Reds.
Welcome everybody back to Balls Deep, yeah! Episode 39.
And can I just say, he went all the way to Manchester to watch his team lose 3-0.
And
not lose, massacre.
Massacre. That was a clip from our fan favorite, Moyat, our little Manchester correspondent, right? All the way there. Yeah, our heart goes out to you, Moyat, for watching that game live.
No, it doesn't.
You know? Yeah, it's good to be back once again to the Balls Deep table. Hello, everyone. We've got a really nice mix today.
It's the first time we've had like one different fan from every club, right?
Yeah. Adam pointed that out. We've got a lot of variety today, really nice variety. You got a Liverpool fan, you got a Newcastle fan, you got an Arsenal fan, Chelsea, and then obviously you've got a Manchester. We had to have a Manchester United fan, right? Let's do a round of introductions. Starting off with our new Manchester United friend.
What's up, fellas? My name is Brandon, and I am a Manchester United fan.
Yo, I'm Mark. I'm Chelsea fan. I feel like the shit clubs have been placed on the left side of the table.
What is up with that, by the
It
way?
wasn't by design. It wasn't by design. Yeah, Uncle Adrius here, Arsenal fan.
I'm Mike, Newcastle United. Up the tune.
OG right here. OG, right? Mike, why don't you tell him about the jersey? Why are you wearing this jersey?
Just to prove to Mark that he once said that I supported Newcastle when the Arabs buy the club.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Since the entertainers, okay?
So he went to a thrift store.
No! I got it, come on.
He went to a thrift store.
Where's the receipt, bro? I want to see the receipt.
You know, because during that time, they all wear the big...
It's a nice jersey.
It's a nice one. It's a nice one. Yeah, let's fly.
Sorry, Adam Rakim, Dominic Szoboszlai, it's my daddy.
Dude, you're what? You're Trent's brother.
Yeah, Trent's
you know,
brother.
you're Szoboszlai's. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he does look like...
Yes. Yeah, Brandon, you're new to the show.
Sorry, you do look like Trent, bro.
Yeah, meet our in-house Trent and also our in-house Cody Gakpo, right? Cody Gakpo, yeah.
It's nice to have a humble Liverpool fan on the show for a change. We're used to Harvin every day. Sorry you can't make it, by the way. I know you're going to say in the comments, oh, Harvin shouldn't have come, but we still done the show anyway without him.
Yeah.
So we've tried our best, but apologies, but yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should get straight to what did you call it? An annihilation of Manchester United.
Massacre. The massacre over the weekend.
So as a Man United fan, okay, I love hearing fresh Manchester United fans' opinions because we have the same two opinions every week with Kevin and Moyat saying the same things about how at the start of the season, Man United were going to finish higher than City. They then said Ten Hag was a mastermind. They then said Onana is an amazing keeper. It changes every week. Manchester United fan over here, what's your thoughts right now on the embarrassing situation at the club?
I think we're going to win the league.
Another deluded Man U fans, you know?
Man, thanks a lot for inviting me, guys. What a privilege to be here on Balls Deep at this specific time, in this specific week. The only reason I think I'm okay to come is because when I look at the table, I have a Chelsea fan that is a few places below me. I wouldn't bother coming here. But yeah, man, I don't know where to hang my face, guys. Is there like somewhere I can sit below the table? I don't have to show my face.
Are you Ten Hag in or out?
I think. Okay, here's the thing, right? I think Ten Hag has been doing all right. He needs time. He needs time actually. And I think we've had how many managers since Ferguson's era? 6,
Yeah, I think about 6.
About 6, right? About 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
Since that era, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think managers, they need time. And Ten Hag, although he's got so much pressure around him and everywhere, inside the dressing room and outside the dressing room, he's been able to handle the pressure quite well.
Yep.
I'm quite pleased with how he handled Sancho's case as well, like, not giving in and things like that, standing his ground. But yeah, I mean, there's no excuse really. I think it's an embarrassing display.
Yeah, let's get into the game, right? Because I think
Don't worry about it.
I need a shoulder, man.
You know exactly right. He was
I don't know
just
why I'm
like,
missing my wedding ring. Nothing to do with the game, bro. But I'm just looking at my wedding ring.
let's get into the game.
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, sure, why not?
What did you think about the Evans and Maguire as centre backs,
What
and then
the
Ten Hag
monkey
saying
backside, man,
afterwards
that one.
that he picked them for tactical reasons? So
Bullshit, man.
why was he? the
Dude,
centre-backs?
we've got like City, like people like Foden, people like Rodri, people like Haaland who are like, 23 years old in the 20s. And you got one refrigerator running around. Maguire. You got one refrigerator running around. And you've also
to be
got...
fair, I think Maguire played pretty well in the first
Yeah, I mean, he's been
He
playing
actually played
better and
pretty well.
better.
Yeah.
he
He
pretty
actually
well.
played pretty
He
well.
made 7 clearance and
It doesn't say much, but he actually played like
He was there.
It wasn't.
He played.
He was there.
He
He was
wasn't the worst player on
no,
the
but I
pitch,
think he
which
played
doesn't
well.
say much.
And then
right?
you got the old guy, Johnny Evans, who's like, 34, 35 years old? At least 35 years old. How are you supposed to pair this centre back who's never played together as well before? And they're coming on fresh, right? And they've no chemistry. You got Lindelof on the left. Who was rubbish, by the way.
And Reguilon was
And Reguilon
available,
was- yeah.
but he wasn't chosen.
He was fit. He was fit.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he
Tactics.
playing?
Yeah.
This is why
Tactics,
no, tactical
Tactics.
reason. They wanted to
Tactical
keep him for the Carabao Cup against Newcastle in the midweek. Maybe,
What?
you know.
The monkey backside. I was so pissed off when I saw the lineup. Honestly, I was talking to my mates as well. My friends are like, okay, guys, as long as we don't lose more than 3 goals, I think we're fine.
Oh, that.
So you're fine.
I was fine, honestly. It's sad, but
3 points,
losing
bro.
3-0, I think I can sit at this table and, chest out.
But this is my point about Man United fans. You all say Ten Hag, give him time. He's a good manager. But decisions like that to play Evans and Maguire against Haaland.
Ten Hag out. Forget it. I said Ten Hag in right just now. Ten Hag out. Okay, fine.
So I
Ten
think
Hag
like
out.
a popular opinion heard from like United fans is that you guys were playing pretty well until the penalty decision.
Yep.
So like, I didn't watch the game.
which
because
is a big, very, very big talking point because obviously I think the penalty was given in the first 20
was a soft
minutes.
penalty as well.
I saw that.
Honestly, it was a soft
It was a
penalty.
soft penalty.
It's a big discussion, right? Because obviously VAR this past 10 games since the EPL started has been a big talking point.
Sorry, do you guys watch the highlights? What do you guys, as fans of other teams, what do you guys think of that penalty? Like,
Soft,
honestly.
soft. It would
Soft.
no pen for me.
But
What do you think of that?
But if you put that foul in the middle of the field, Pepe blow it because it's a tuck.
It was a tug.
I
It
think
was.
it's
I feel like the
It was a
standards are a bit
tug.
higher,
Yeah.
If
Man
it's calling for a
City
pen.
is smart. So the thing is, Man United, Højlund, right? The other end, 5 minutes later, he should have gone down when he got pulled.
Yeah, but
he
he
could have got a
didn't.
penalty.
But he
But
didn't.
so Man City, they played
Yeah.
dirty, but they win. Man United don't do that, and I feel like he should have gone down. He
I
gave
think-
away the penalty. He should have
I
gone
think
back.
that kind of foul, right? That soft foul that we're talking about. I think it happens so many times, right? And it doesn't get carded. It doesn't even get. There's no pen given most of the time.
There's no call.
right?
There's no
But I think there's 2 things here, right? First is it was very blatant. Like even like the camera angles, no matter what angle that you were looking at, it was almost like a clear view. It was like a main stage already for what was it? It was Højlund on who was
Rodri.
it was Rodri, right?
Rodri.
It was Højlund on Rodri, right? It was so clear, right? And then when you watch the replays, you can see, like Mike said, the arm around Rodri and the tug. And also at the same time, this case is a bit special because that ball was coming in almost directly towards Rodri. Like I feel that if Rodri was able to get a good leap, I think he would have been able to really get the ball.
I think he was. I don't think he would have got it.
But at the same time, the second point is that it's Man City, guys.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I hate the way he smiles like
That's all I'm gonna say. It was Man City. Like I
freaking
said, it
annoying,
happens every week. But then obviously with the Man City game, they spent fucking 5 minutes looking at the TV. And then, come on. Did you honestly think, Brendan, that when the ref was looking at the TV, were you like, no pen, no pen, no pen? You knew it was a pen.
Actually deep down, I kind of
You
knew it
know?
was going to be a penalty already.
Yeah.
And I think it did affect us psychologically speaking. As for the team morale, we were actually performing quite well. I agree with you, during the first half. Like all things considered, we only considered that penalty in the first half. So all things considered, against the might of City, with again a refrigerator.
Silver lining
and
guy. I like this. The
and
silver lining guy.
Realistically speaking, right, we were doing not bad. If we didn't concede that penalty, it would have been 0-0.
It's nice to have
It would have been 0-0.
realistic Man United fans on the show, isn't it?
Are we painted as the leader here on all the United fans?
The two
all the
that we're used to
panelists?
every week, yeah. So it's refreshing to have someone that's not deluded, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
okay.
it doesn't, I really want us to focus on, we use the word massacre, right? And I think that's a very apt word because United got outplayed.
Completely.
I think Manchester
In the second
City,
half,
I think Pep really just showed everybody, and especially United, especially Manchester, right, that the town, the city is right now blue. And right now, my question is at the rate that it's going for United right now, I don't know how much longer is it going to stay blue. And is red even going to matter?
You know, it's so embarrassing as well because it was, you know, obviously we were paying homage to Sir Bobby Charlton, right?
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Sir Bobby.
Sir Bobby.
Oh, but sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's interesting about Sir Bobby. I thought he was like 150 years old there, by the way. He looked old, bro.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
He is.
He's a Geordie, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He's a Geordie.
Oh, yeah.
He looked 50. He looked
I'm
50
just
years
saying.
old. He looked 50 years old when
When
they
he
won
was
the
like-
World Cup.
when they won the World Cup.
He looked 50 years old already. So finding out he was only 86. Yeah. He was,
Again, you used only 86 very... 86 is kind of up there, bro.
I thought he was like 97, like about to die already, 86. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's such an embarrassment as well. The way we played, we really lack conviction. You know, there's no passion in the game as well. We weren't going after balls. We were really just playing very defensively. We were playing completely reactive. That's the word. It wasn't proactive. We were playing reactive to what City was doing.
Especially in the second half.
Especially the second half. Whatever they were doing, we were just reacting to it. We weren't actually creating opportunities. We weren't actually going after it. We weren't actually like... You know, we weren't going after the balls and things like that. So it was a very reactive display. And you know, if you're a United fan, it's so annoying to see your team playing reactively, not just as a United, any football fan watching their team play and seeing them play reactively. It's such a shame, you know.
Especially against a derby, against a rival.
It's a huge game.
You know,
exactly.
It's a huge game.
City used to be our punching bags. Like, I mean, come on, seriously, right? If you look at history, Ferguson's era, noisy neighbours, everything. They used to be a punching bag, a laughing stock, you know.
Yeah.
And now
but we're living in the now.
The rest of the world.
I'm so angry, guys. I really cannot.
Do you feel like you've lost your identity as a club? Because I don't look at Man United and I just think, what is the club about? Okay, you brought in Ten Hag and fans wanted him to play like Ajax. Oh, the stuff he's done at Ajax. He comes over and then he says, oh, I can't play like Ajax because it's a different team. Okay,
it's a different league altogether, to be fair.
If you don't want to play like Ajax, why has he spent half of his budget on Ajax players? Like, like, you know,
90 million on Anthony.
He's saying things that don't make sense. And I think he's so overrated. And I don't know.
I think his bald head, I mean, that bald head, bro. That bald head really makes him look super...
Too much hair coming out. You know?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I like that you mentioned the word identity. Because every club has an identity. And it's because of that identity that determines the mentality of the players. How strong are they in their identity will determine...
But yeah, correct. And at the same time, Manchester United has been the most iconic English club with the biggest identity for, you know, how many decades. And obviously since Ferguson has left, we keep talking about this because it's fact. Ever since Ferguson left, it's been a mission of trying to find that identity.
Correct.
And right now, it's good that you brought it up because honestly, in my opinion, you know, this is something that I always say, but I think Mark and I always get cut off by our, you know, resident United fans. And then now I feel like we're finally able to...
By the way, I feel like this Balls Deep episode is like a therapy session for the both of you. You guys are like...
And I'm really, I would really love to hear, you know, Adam, Mike, your thoughts on this as well, right? But I personally think that Ten Hag is not cut for the job. I don't think that Ten Hag is going to bring long-term success to Manchester United. I think personally that Ten Hag has lost the changing room. I don't think that the players are responding well to him. I think, you know, if you go back to stuff like dealing with Sancho and even the situation with like Anthony, what's going down, and even Ronaldo, hey, I get it. He's laying down the law, right? And he's being assertive, right? Club over the player.
But it's
I
not
get
working.
it. But
not working,
it's not working. And for me, for Sancho's situation to even get to that stage is super worrying. If I was a United fan, right? So that's why I want to ask, like, what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think that Ten Hag has lost the changing room? Because in my opinion, after watching that Man City game, in that second half, when you guys are 3-0 down, you're supposed to be playing for the badge, right? I don't care if you're 3-0 down. You still play, you still try to get a goal, right? Play for the fans, play for the club. But then you see players like Anthony and Bruno Fernandes being just petulant little
Anthony
children.
trying to kick Doku.
Anthony trying to kick Doku twice. And then like, you know
he thought he was his girlfriend, you know?
Yeah, that's evidence right there.
You're sitting so far, bro.
That's evidence right there. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I think you have to trust the process. That's what all the Man U fans are talking about. You got to remember, it's never easy changing or taking over from Sir Alex Ferguson, although they have tried 6 managers altogether right now. But I do think the players have to take the blame. So if you ask me, is Bruno Fernandes a good fit for a captain? Because I think that team do not need to have a captain who is playing well. They need a captain is like Roy Keane type of captain who can bark, who can put the discipline, who is the sheriff on the field, which they are lack now.
Yeah, because Roy Keane was an extension of Sir Alex Ferguson on the pitch, right?
Like president, vice president.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly.
Yeah, although at the end they are fall out. But then I think Man U need that kind of general who is want to bark to every player who didn't perform well.
You just signed Mason Mount. And you say trust the process. I'm looking at their team now. It's the same team from last year. So what process? I mean, like, everyone talks shit about Chelsea. We've got a completely new different team. This Man United team, there's only 3 new players. Like, has he built anything from last season?
Is Evans one of those new players?
I mean, technically,
Evans is my favorite player to talk about.
I love him right now. But I mean, like, I don't feel like Man United fans have the right to say trust the process, because last season it's gone downhill. You know, at least for Liverpool and Arsenal, it was always progressing. But look at that team; it's the same team from last year, basically.
So I like what all you guys say, like identity. You know, whether Ten Hag is a great manager or not, or should he be given a boot? You know, things like the players should also own up for it. So I think you hit the nail on the head, because at the same time, while being a United fan for like so many years, the truth is we've lost our identity along the way. We have. That's the truth. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be real with ourselves. We've lost our identity. We've got managers whom we've seen go in and out, you know, people that we thought that, you know, hey, these guys are going to turn the club around. And at the same time, we got problem with owners, you know, with people being so pissed about the Glazers, you know, people not even happy with who's coming in, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who's going to get 25% stake in the club. There's so many things that the fans are also unhappy about. So it's never, I think it's not fair to say like, oh, the players are the ones who should take responsibility, or Ten Hag should be sacked, or hey, you know, it's because the owners. It's an amalgamation. It's always of factors, really a contribution of all these factors that come together, that really you can see the morale of the team is low. You can see psychologically they're just beaten. You know, whenever they go out there, they're not playing to win, they're playing to survive. You know, and you can see it in their play. You can see it in the way how they just react. And that shows that this is not just a club that is fighting for sort of survival or just trying to make it out each week. Even their wins, by the way, were not convincing. Right? They had a streak of a couple of wins. They're not convincing by any mile or any metric. And now moving forward, we're just trying to survive. That's the mentality of the entire organization, not just the club, the entire organization. And it goes from top to bottom. These kind of things, you're going to talk about an organization as well. It really is from top to bottom.
Glazer out?
I mean, at this point, I will take... The thing is, as a United fan, you know what's the most annoying thing? We don't know the problem.
Right.
We don't know. You try to ask a United fan, what's the problem? They will tell you it's the manager's problem. They will tell you Ten Hag is actually clueless, overrated, pilipala, yada yada. The players, you know, they're not playing for the badge. They've lost their identity, the pride of playing for Manchester United. They tell you it's the Glazers' problem. The owners, you know, they're not giving a free hand. It's the board that is giving all these political issues and things like that. You can ask a United fan, and that's the most sad thing, you know, that I have to admit. We don't know the problem. What the hell is the problem with the club? And we've lost the identity.
Refreshing to hear.
That's it.
All these guys say is Glazers out, Glazers out. But, you know,
well done, Brendan.
Well done, I mean, if there was an answer, we wouldn't be stuck in this rut for the past decade.
I love the honesty.
Right? I mean, let's be honest. We wouldn't be here in this position if we knew the problem.
So are you looking at same like when Matt Busby left Man U and then you have to wait for 25 years to get another win?
We don't know. Liverpool waited 29 years, right? Liverpool waited 29.
Because Matt Busby is similar to SF, right? They are both legends, so it's very hard to change a legend.
You're right. So I don't deny that, but it has to start from
I'm licking the wounds actually. I'm licking the wounds.
Thanks a lot, by the way. But it has to start from the core. It has to start either from the foundation or from the very top, because that belief needs to come in again. That pride needs to come in again. That sense of identity. Who are you playing for? What batch are you playing for? Who are you representing? There's a legion of fans that is looking up and looking out to you to go on that field, and you're expected to perform. And you need to have that thing again. If not, it's gone. We can see it. The players, they're playing individually.
And I feel like you guys, Man United is always that team right now that's like, oh, it's been this time since Sir Alex Ferguson. It's been this time since SirAlex Ferguson. I mean, it's been like 10 years, 9 years. Like how much longer you
Ferguson retired at 2012, 2013,
2013. I think 13, 14 was his last season. So more or less 10 years. Going to be 10 years already. So how much longer is United going to be like, oh man, we're just trying to find our feet since Sir Alex, you know? Is it going to be 25 years like Mike was saying?
And also,
like,
can I just also say that Ferguson left before Arsene Wenger. So we've had lesser time to really find, and we've been privileged to have somebody like Arteta. I just want to say, I know Mark hates it. I know Mark hates it when I do this.
I love the segue.
Arsenal's amazing.
You know, and I'm just saying.
They have won nothing yet.
Hey, we won a bunch of stuff. We won a bunch of stuff.
Couple FA Cups.
Yeah, a couple FA Cups, a few community shields here and there. You know,
Mickey Mouse Cups,
you know. But
speaking
of
about Man United enough, right? I think we should talk about Arsenal because
no. But I want to talk about Arsenal, yes. But real quick, right? I feel that we don't give love or respect enough to Manchester City. We talked a lot about Manchester United, but I feel that we also talked about, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson, a manager that's retired like more than 10 years ago. And then we're not talking about Pep. We're not talking about Pep Guardiola and like how he rocked up to the theatre of dreams and made it his dream.
Do you know why? Because on this show, we just trash talk each other. But we cannot trash talk City because they're just so good.
They're so good.
Pep is a genius. Pep is a genius.
Pep is a genius.
You can't just buy all these players and just, it's
not
not
only buy the players, he changed. Like John Stones, now where he's playing.
John Stones
Grealish is good. To the next. I mean, Grealish was always touted as to be a really great English winger, but man, under Pep, you know,
you know, he had the whole issue with Joao Cancelo last year, and he was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to play fullbacks anymore."
And that's how you deal with it, right? And then he gets rid of one of the most sought after fullbacks in the world of football. And then you think City's gonna suffer, but then look at what happens, right? Wins the treble.
So you know, respect to Man City, lah.
And it
I won't say that respect because I'm still got my pride as a United fan.
No,
but I'll give one clap, lah.
One
you got one clap.
One clap. That's two already.
Okay, Arsenal 5-0. Happy?
Arsenal 5-0. Absolutely.
The hell, this guy's been beaming since the start of the episode. You're talking about.
Okay, it's hard. It's hard to not, you know, be too like cocky on this show. You know. Just trying
For you, it's not hard. You're like that every week.
No, dude, it was a great win. I mean, obviously, it was against a much... Shout out to Nketiah.
Finally, he
done it, man. Yeah, and it was against Sheffield, right? A struggling team. You know?
Newcastle once beat 8-0.
Yes, Newcastle beat them 8-0. But yeah, it was against Sheffield United, a struggling team in the league right now. Nketiah, a Hayland boy, academy boy, and got his hat-trick. And that third goal, what a screamer.
You already know he's confident when he just turned and just bins,
you know what I mean? So and then at the same time, Arteta changed the lineup, similar to how we changed our lineup today on this episode of Balls Deep. You know,
Smith Rowe was playing.
Smith Rowe came on to replace Martin Odegaard.
Havertz played the full 90 minutes.
Havertz. No, I think he was subbed off in the second half, but he started. Emil Smith Rowe came on for Odegaard because Odegaard's been a bit off this past 2 games. So the fact that
he's fit?
He's fit. It's just that the past few games he's been quite off. I'm going to say, he's my favorite player right now in the squad. But in this past few games, he's been very off, less influential. And then to be able to say to Odegaard, "Hey, Martin, you're sitting this one out. Emil's coming on," right? That's really nice. And
How
then
about Rice?
Declan Rice, right? Who, fun fact, is like best buds with Eddie Nketiah because Eddie Nketiah and Declan Rice were from your academy. So thank you very much, right? So for Declan...
I would take Rice. I wouldn't take Nketiah.
Yeah, you wouldn't take Nketiah? No. But Declan Rice assisting Nketiah for that first goal, that turn, right?
You think he meant it?
No, of course, bro. Wait, you mean the pass?
The little cross there. You think he meant it or he was just like, someone's in the box?
Oh no, dude, did you not see him scan? And then he was like, Eddie's
he
right there.
He scanned
you know, and he was like, I'm zeroing in, Eddie's right there. This is for you, bro. Yeah. And then it was
I would say Rice though showed everyone that he is worth the money. A lot of people were like, oh, that's stupid money for a midfielder. But I feel like he's brought something in that Arsenal midfield that it's just like the chip against Chelsea. Like everything is just like
I think
stupid money for CDM. That's the thing, you know.
Yeah.
How much did Arsenal pay for Rice?
100.
Way too fucking much.
Just a little under 110 mil. No, it's 100
casual
mil.
100 million.
No, because CDMs
Pounds,
the way that football has evolved, CDMs have become one of the most important cogs in the team.
You see Rodri with when he's not playing.
Exactly. Rodri missing for 3 games, City loses 3 games, right? Yeah. So you got Rodri, you got Caicedo, come on, right? Even Lavia from Southampton, like so yeah, Declan Rice has been huge for Arsenal. Really, really happy with him in the club. At the same time, Fabio Vieira also got a nice goal. Eddie Nketiah could have gotten a fourth in the game, but gave it, very unselfish, gave it to Fabio Vieira because Fabio Vieira was expecting his child very, very soon. That's why the celebration.
Oh,
you know?
I didn't see that. Yeah.
And then Tomiyasu got his first Arsenal goal from that set piece, and he, attributed the goal to his late mom, who sadly passed away. So that was very, very sweet. Yeah.
Look at the Arsenal team, bro. It's like so wholesome, dedicating a baby lah.
Exactly.
Unselfish play lah.
When you're winning, everything
big difference.
is nice.
So annoying, man. It's so wholesome.
It's so good.
It's so wholesome.
Carried such a fairy tale vibe.
When you're winning, everything is nice. Similar to Spurs, right? Similar to Spurs.
Spurs has been.
Hey, but you're not the best club in North London at the moment.
Dang. Wow, what a segue, guys. Great segue.
I mean, wow, this guy has just turned them around. I mean, they're not been winning like big
wins are wins, man. Wins
but your goal difference is not that
No, it's not
similar.
that. It's not. Yeah, it's not that.
So
similar,
they're doing like he's doing wonders, isn't he?
Age,
Right?
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, what's the score? It was 2-1. 2-1 to Spurs, right?
Yeah.
Both North London clubs right now are the only unbeaten clubs in the EPL.
Liverpool should be up there, but
Yeah, but
against Spurs, some VAR shit happened, but
Do you guys think Tottenham has a chance?
No,
No.
Do you guys
I do think they will be there and thereabouts, top 4 maybe, but to challenge for again, last time I came here, I talked about Man City is not running smoothly yet, which is they will after this. They will get their 12 win on a trot or something like that, and then go and steal the league yet again. So, but Spurs,
Spursy.
which ends hi Spurs. Remember, I say hi for the first time. So I will let you be happy, the Spurs fans, all everything. But at the end of the day, I think they will struggle, especially when all the big players are injured, like Son.
When Son gets
not even
his
November
annual
yet,
injury, right?
Yeah, it's not even November yet.
When Heung-min Son gets his annual injury, then that's it. In my opinion,
Johnson
that's
came
it.
on and looked quite good.
Yeah, he's
Dele
rate him.
Alli, Dele Alli Jr.
Yeah, Dele Alli Jr.
Actually, you beat Dele Alli as well, actually.
Oh,
Man with many faces.
No, but he is Dele Alli Jr.
He has the same,
Plays a similar style. Looks like
20, number 20 as
and
well.
then number 20 as well.
20,
You mentioned that you don't fear them, but as a Newcastle fan, are you not a bit concerned? Because we would probably say at the start of the season, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal confirm top 4, and then the 4th spot maybe Newcastle, but Spurs are like 6 points. Newcastle is 6 points behind Spurs, right?
You got to remember, I told you we're okay with 5th because I think EPL we have 5 teams in the UCL, so next season should be no problem. But again, not only Son, when Madison are injured, so that's been another problem from them. But this all if and whatever it is.
So let's just hypothetically put a situation. All of them, they don't get injured, They're all fine. First team players, they're all okay.
Except Tonali.
Spurs.
Do you think they have a chance? Like, honestly, because you said no as well.
No. I do think if
mentality?
everything is okay, they will still go second because I think Man City will.
True, I agree with Mike.
Man City will steamroll everybody.
Wait, you think Man City is going to steamroll everybody, and then you think Spurs going to get second?
If
everybody's fit.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Okay. Where does Arsenal fit into this?
because I know they will be.
Your son is watching this, man.
No. Because I know Spurs will get injured because they are playing very fast football. They are hamstring injury waiting to be happen.
That's true.
Oh, that's wisdom right there. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Fast flowing football.
And also, like in terms of Spurs, I feel like they just came on the scene just like that. And how do I say this? I think it's like you have that title contenders mentality, and in the end of the day, like City will. Like shit, it's January with 4 points behind. They'll just take it away.
I think Tottenham.
That's what happened to Arsenal. That's what happened to Arsenal last season.
Thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Humbling show.
I cannot say too much about Arsenal because we are meeting them this weekend.
Yes.
That's going to be a cracker though. That's a match.
Are you concerned because 2-2 draw against Wolves not so convincing?
Actually, we have that. UCL Blues, but you don't know this season, right? Okay.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
The way he slides it in.
Trust the process.
Because we lost to Dortmund when we got hit twice post, and then 3 times or 2 or 3 times with the keeper who playing brilliantly on that night.
Was that home or away, Mike?
Home. That's another energy sapper going there. So I was again. I say when we play again Wolf, these are the team that beat Man City. Remember that Korea guy?
That
Korea guy. Yeah. So although we lead twice. But then I think it's a fair game because we are big lackluster.
Callum Wilson, right?
Callum scored both goals, which is now on 7 goals, which is only not even 1/3 of Modric goals, you know.
So why did Chelsea hate that? I'm saying good things about Newcastle. I was about to say
low-hanging fruit, Mark. Low-hanging fruit.
It's just what's with the Chelsea target.
But I was relieved when Neto was running and then got his hamstring because if he stay longer, I think.
Pedro Neto is such a baller though, but he just keeps
But what's up? How do you feel about this whole? I mean, Adam, you brought up Tonali.
Man.
Can we talk about Tonali? How many months? 10 months.
10 months.
10 months banned for what? Betting on the game.
Yeah, just before, like, I think, Mike, you need to cook here, but just before this, when Tonali left AC Milan, I was like, that's a bit of a weird transfer. You know, I feel like he's their
now
boy.
We know why. Now we know they sell the captain.
Exactly.
Really? You thought they knew about it already?
For sure.
I think Milan know about it already. That's why they wanted to sell
the price. They just let him go just like that, though. I think they knew. I think they knew.
There's a talk about.
The fee was quite cheap as well, wasn't it?
Exactly, and he was a captain. AC Milan's captain. So
and
the
also
fact that he just like
wipe the hands, right?
And he was not only the club captain but also the ultimate fan of AC Milan. He seems himself like a Gattuso guy, which is suddenly sell it off. Now we know why it is, and then on that matter, it's a bit of tak guna punya AC Milan thing lah. But then
short and sweet. Tak gunanya AC Milan.
But then this is an addiction which is similar to happened to the Brentford striker
Ivan Toney,
which also our ex-Newcastle
except people when Ivan Toney did it, everybody was like, this fucking guy. Tonali did it, was like,
but Tonali
addiction is a problem, guys.
To win. Ivan Toney won is Newcastle to lose. So that's worse. So basically, this happened before he came to Newcastle, and then he got all the support from not only from the fans but also from the players, from the managers. So one good thing is that we have a new signing in summer of 2024.
But how does this affect your games going
Actually,
forward? Is he influential right now in all your games?
Basically, he came on the first game, he scored a goal, and then
he's been really good. I've seen them.
But then sometimes it's been off, meaning that most of the Newcastle fans said that Tonali is a bit off his play with Bruno. You know, it's like they are similar players who sit deep and then provide all the passes.
But it's only been a couple of games, and so I think
who's replaced him?
Basically, we are good because now Longstaff is there, which is our player, together with Joe Linton, and Willock is coming back.
Yep, he's back from injury, right?
So he's back from injury. He played the last 5 minutes against Dortmund, and then he played around 10 to 20 minutes against Wolves. So he's coming back. These are the midfielders who played for us until we get fourth. And then, mind you, without Tonali, we can even fourth. And then now, with Joe Linton also can play at the mid.
Yeah.
So I think midfields,
you're fine.
I'm okay. I'm only worried if Fabian Schär is injured because currently I have Sven Wortmann out. But thank God, Jamal Lassalle. No. I think hopefully before the international break he come back. Jamal Lassalle, to tell the truth, we are a Newcastle fan a bit shocked because he's playing brilliantly.
Yeah. He's been there before the
he's the captain. He's the club captain. Yeah. And then because not playing Trippier, he's a squad captain. Yeah. So, but he's coming in pretty well, and then. FPL also 3.9 million, so very cheap.
I got him in my team. So. Who are you guys playing against this week? This midweek? You're playing against
Man United.
Tonight against Man United for the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford.
Oh my God! If you guys lose that,
I'm not coming back.
I don't know what to say.
It's going to be a cracker because I did how
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
So honestly, it's the theatre of dreams. ... for everyone else. Honestly,
I don't want to say anything. We wait until the games because who knows? Like I told you, maybe Ten Hag want to keep Varane and also Regulon for the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, and I think
because the only cup, maybe the cup that they can win this season, like similar to last season, you know.
Yeah, no, I was saying I think Newcastle. No, I think Newcastle had a tough start to the season. I think they played Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. I don't know who they played, but they all in the first 5 games.
No, I told that already because we have the toughest first 5 games.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that, after that loss to Man City, Liverpool, and one more, I forgot.
And the Liverpool one was, Nunes. Nunes,
Speaking of Liverpool,
look at the segue king now.
Yeah, speaking of Liverpool, Adam, why don't you tell us about that win? That
it was a great
win.
It was a great game. I won't lie, I predicted 3-0. I mean, I have no proof of that, but
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest. I was surprised it was just 3, in my opinion. I thought we played great. To me, my least favorite player right now is McAllister, but he's slowly. All fair to him though, he's forced to play CDM when he shouldn't be, which is why Lavia should have come to Liverpool. I don't know why.
Should have, could have, would have.
So he's been playing there. He's been doing a job. He's been there, and then the last 2-3 games he's been playing really good. But the best signing of the season, Dominic Szoboszlai, man. Oh my god. What a player, man.
Yeah, honestly, that guy
man.
is
just
insane.
From the start, he was on it, man. And I think our experiences with midfielders like Naby Keita, who at the time I thought like, oh my god, N'Golo Kante.
That guy was supposed to be N'Golo Kante regen.
I had no expectations for him, but he just exceeded everything, man. He's freaking.
It seems like Klopp can't sign many bad players.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like the money he spent has not been so high. But he's found all these players that we knew of them, but we didn't know they would be able to play so well.
And the way they assimilate to the team is actually shockingly amazing.
Szoboszlai, my god! I'm
Did you know about him before Liverpool signed him? Honestly,
on FIFA and stuff like that, I was like, this guy is Hungarian,
I think he can. I think he's going to be a contender for one of the signings of the season.
I think he will, even if he don't win the Prem sometimes. Just his individual performances so good, and he's so handsome.
Yeah, he's good because Newcastle also wanted to buy Szoboszlai, but then
Harvinth calls him the Steven Gerrard reborn,
something like that. But again, we choose Tonali, and then this happened. So,
are you impressed with Tsimikas' performance? Because obviously Trent is out, your brother Trent's out, so like Tsimikas, I feel like he's a player that he's a good squad player. Like he does his job when he comes on. He's okay to sit on the bench, right?
He's been doing what he's supposed to do, lah. I feel on the ball. I think most people might agree that on the ball he's better than Robertson, purely like taking corners, crosses, that kind of things. But like if he goes down, then we got a problem, lah. But I think he's been doing okay. He'll make it work, lah. I mean, he's always a trusted. We got shit. Robertson's down.
Deputy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Liverpool are 4th right now.
Should be higher.
Should be higher. You guys are 4th right now at 23 points. Just a point behind Man City.
Yeah, so recovering from last season's nonsense, where we were like, it seemed a lot worse than it was, but we were like 5th.
Behind Newcastle, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunately. So the fact that we've came through this season, Klopp was like, okay, we just shipped off 5 first-team midfielders. Yes. 5 first-team midfielders, and just to get them going. Gravenberch, a steal. What a steal. Gravenberch has been playing out of his mind, though. Like, another player I just knew from FIFA, and he flopped at Bayern. Yeah. And he just came in, and it's like, damn, why did Bayern let him go? He was so good.
Salah is really showing up as well in these past few games, right?
Salah is, man.
He's always been showing up season after season.
Yeah, it's true.
Season after season. Maybe he's been getting some hate recently.
Yeah.
The past
because maybe people talk about you want to go to Arab or something like that.
But I just thought that, how old is the guy now? He's
32 max.
32 max or like something like that. I thought that
that
was it. I thought he's hit the ceiling, and I thought that maybe this is the beginning of like a Mohamed Salah deterioration. But
did you see his did you see the goals? The Liverpool Nottingham
Forest I just saw
because he made like a pass. He made like a pass that led to Szoboszlai's assist. Did you watch it? It was so good, man. Like Salah's playmaking, sometimes it's a bit because he's super selfish at times, but he was so good that game.
I think he's just maturing as a player as well, right?
Now
he's in his 30s, his role has changed to more of a leader, role model.
Unfortunately, I've always been like Mane over Salah.
Same.
Even this one and all that. Just because I feel like Salah.
And there was a point where it was like once, I think it was last season, right?
Last season.
When Mane left last season, right?
Yes.
Mane left 2 seasons ago.
Last
season was the first season.
Was the first season that that was a period where it was evident that you guys were dependent on Mane.
And I definitely hopped on the train that I think I would have kept Mane instead because I feel like Salah just reaped the benefits of how good the team was. He was always there to finish the goals and all that. But fair play to Salah, man. He's just put it all down. He's got like 14 goals assists in 14 games this all comp.
And I've said fair play to Liverpool. I will never say this when Harvinth's on the show because he talks so much shit. I don't want to give him any praise. But I will say, Liverpool, right? We all said at the start of the season, "Oh, you guys are in trouble because your whole midfield, like you literally changed your whole centre midfield, right?
Everybody,
your players wanted to go to Chelsea, didn't want to go to Liverpool. You've signed all these players, completely different team. Like we talk about, trust the process for like Manchester United and people but Liverpool have changed their whole midfield and they are still up there at the top.
And again, as I was saying, just fair play to McAllister, who has been quite shit the past few games, but just a couple of games and seems like he's adjusted well. As a player, I can as a player I can imagine how tough it must be to play. We signed you. He's a number 10 and he's playing as our last midfielder there. So
that's what happens when Adam. That's what happens when you have a positive, a nurturing, and a very caring changing room.
I agree.
There you go. Because I'm pretty sure they definitely had that
looking at the Man U fans, right?
And I'm looking there as well. Don't worry, man. You see, I'm pretty upset as well.
And for the first time ever in Balls Deep, we're not going to talk about any of the teams in the bottom half of the table. We're just going to focus on the top 5-6 teams.
Talk about Chelsea.
No need to talk about the
Chelsea. I want to talk about Chelsea. Please.
No. Mark, you're not gonna get off that. Yeah, we're gonna save. I guess the last game that we're gonna review is the Chelsea.
I've got
Brentford
3 words
game.
for you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Trust the process.
Trust.
Process.
Trust the process.
No. Rubbish all the way.
We rubbish. We played great.
Chelsea versus Brentford.
Did you guys watch a game? We were all over them.
Stamford Bridge, right?
No, it was unlucky.
It was Stamford Bridge, right?
Literally. Okay. We were all over them. We had 68% possession, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We had so many more shots. We just got unlucky.
Possession.
We need a good striker that can put it in the back of the net.
Mark, in the last 7 months, Brentford has won at Stamford Bridge 3 times.
But Brentford is quite a strong team.
That's more wins at Stamford Bridge
than any other team.
Than Chelsea. In the last 7 months. Okay? That's the stat of the day. Okay.
The stat of the day is still that Arsenal never won the Champions League.
Mate, bro, come on. Mark, come on. Let's talk.
I'm not worried.
This is real talk right now.
This is real talk right now. We played well. I say this every week.
How can you say that you played well?
We did. Did you watch a game?
I did.
The full game?
Yeah, I watched the full game.
There's some positive things to come from the game.
Exactly what a United fan would say, by the way.
We have a good young team. We have a lot of players out injured. We have a new manager.
Enzo wasn't playing, right?
No.
Enzo wasn't
playing.
He didn't play?
No. I love Enzo.
Modric, he's starting to play better football now. Arsenal, regret, not paying the money to sign him. Okay, we're in the shit, right? Okay, it's not as bad as United.
What do you mean it's not as bad, bro? You're literally...
No, it's not as bad.
Okay, we have young players. We don't bring back like Johnny Evans and stuff, and we have... Okay, in my opinion, it's not worrying times. We're not going to finish in the top 6 this season, but I feel like the players will get really good, and next season, we're going to win the league.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. I understand.
Deluded.
Yeah, and I feel like
welcome to the United bench, by the way.
I feel like Chelsea is the
only United.
I think that's all the games that we want to talk about, right? Unfortunately, we saved the Chelsea review for last.
Not much. Right?
Trust the process.
Brentford with a 3rd win at Stamford Bridge. But
Newcastle is unbeaten for the 6 games local.
Okay, Mike. Okay.
Unbeaten in 6.
Let's take the news a bit global now, right?
Today.
With Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi with his 8th Ballon d'Or, man.
Stupid.
8th Ballon d'Or.
What was that? His 8th?
His 8th.
His 8th Ballon d'Or, yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely stupid. I feel
This
like the
is-
Ballon d'Or is the most stupidest.
Okay, let
competition in the
me
world.
just say this.
Wait. Before
Okay,
do you guys think he deserved it?
Okay, yeah. Let me say, I
let's
think-
start with that. Then we can go
I
down
think,
the line.
okay, here's the thing. Lionel Messi is the best footballer to ever play.
Agreed.
But he should not have won this Ballon
Whoa.
d'Or.
Okay,
He
okay,
should not
okay.
have won this Ballon d'Or.
Okay, what about-
hands down. I'll say that first, then we can get into it.
Okay.
Because he won the World Cup. That's all.
Okay.
So you should have won it, right?
Because that's the
Yeah.
pinnacle of all the
No,
cup.
Lionel Messi should have won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he deserve it?
Yeah, he deserved it.
Alvarez
So you think he
got a
deserves
treble.
that?
Why didn't he win it then? If it's about the World Cup,
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
a fucking stupid competition.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Say
you
a
think he
piece,
doesn't
say a
deserve,
piece.
deserve
No,
it?
No.
the goalkeeper of the year was Martinez as well. They should just change the Ballon d'Or to the World Cup awards.
Exactly.
Or
It's
like the
absolutely
Argentina awards.
stupid.
Yeah, a fair point to make is like, if it's just the World Cup, I mean, he's won 7 other Ballon. Granted, I guess the first 4 or 5
Without
he was
World
like,
Cups,
he
right?
was like
Yeah.
godlike.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
talking like the later on. Yeah, he's won stuff without the World Cup. Luka Modric won one without winning the World Cup. It's just when it's a World Cup year, you already know like whoever's heavily involved in the World Cup would win. But here's a hot take I will say. I think if France won the World Cup and Mbappe won, I think Haaland would have won it, the Ballon d'Or. I think it's because Messi won the World Cup.
Yeah.
And Messi and Argentina, they were like, this is the perfect narrative to drive. So I think, yeah.
And if it was any chance for him to win his last,
but now,
it's now.
he ain't
right?
winning any.
I don't think he deserves it, bro.
I think.
There's
Oh, yeah.
no chance he deserves
You don't
it.
just walk into the Premier League, smash the
bro,
goals,
like-
you don't just
You
walk,
got-
No,
get a
no,
treble and get like nothing essentially.
Guys,
from it.
no,
spitting
that's
out
what I
facts
said.
here. Yeah, exactly.
Because all the accolades he got it. So give him the 8. Personally, I don't like Messi. I'm the
Did you say
CR7
something
guy.
bad about Newcastle or something?
No. I'm more of CR7 guy. So that's
Okay.
what I say.
Don't get me wrong, I love
but
them both,
then
yeah.
give it to him. And then we move on because I know even the World Cup FIFA, the top throwdown wanted Messi to win the World Cup.
Yeah, he's the poster boy. The poster boy.
Yeah. So that's why I'm
he's
saying
the poster
if
boy.
France won the
All
World
given
Cup,
touches.
they would have given it to Haaland, the Ballon d'Or, because
But
it's like,
I mean, as a global award, right? It really, for me, it puts a stain on the Ballon d'Or awards. Honestly, it does,
Yeah,
right?
it
Like
does,
people,
it does.
players, again, like, you know, the young players, that's their dream, right? Anyone who is starting out in a career, besides winning the World Cup, obviously, you know, if you're in a World Cup nation, is winning the Ballon d'Or, right? That's a huge, one of the most, it's like the Oscar level or like Grammy award for any footballer.
that is the award. lah.
Yes,
that is the
and
award.
it
yeah.
is the award.
It wasn't as if Messi was the one player in the World Cup that made them win it. I know he was really good,
Influential.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't like Ronaldo when he won it with Portugal, whatever. Like
I didn't
Euros,
even
yeah.
think he was like in the top 3 for contention for the Ballon d'Or. That's how much I think he
Your number
did
1 is
deserve it.
Haaland, right?
I mean, clearly,
Yeah,
by
again,
any
I think people
metric
say
or
like
yardstick.
Haaland, he just got tap-ins and it was all KDB giving him the goals and he ghosted in the Champions League and stuff like that. Again, if it was very easy, everybody would be scoring 36.
No, yeah, for
37.
sure.
You don't just go into your first season in the Prem, win the treble, smash the goal scoring record,
Yeah.
and end up with a good Muller.
Yeah.
I'm a best striker in the world.
You're absolutely right. I think
An
okay
insult
for me,
to-
my take is that it's poetic for Messi to win his 8th,
Yeah.
and only because of the World Cup, and also because of he's the GOAT. In my opinion, he's the
Yeah,
GOAT. I was
Messi is the best
I was
one.
CR7 for the longest of time, and it just took that one World Cup final game where I watched it, and I was like, you know what? Messi is the GOAT. Like I was a convert, like right there. I was like, yeah, Messi is the GOAT. And for me, it's poetic, for him to win it. And I feel like he's the poster boy. So, I guess FIFA obviously felt that, this is a great send-off for the poster boy, which goes against the whole
integrity-
award
the
system and the
integrity is
integrity
just gone,
of,
yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Because,
It's just a
Yeah.
you know,
But
it's
the one
just a
is
chip in the
voting, right?
no, but yeah.
Voting by the coaches.
voting lah.
Yeah.
Voting
And I
lah.
think-
By the coaches
Adam-
and also sometimes like players.
Yeah,
right?
and
So-
I think Adam, what you brought up was absolutely right, because at the same time, you're talking about Messi and Messi. You look at Haaland, right, and what you guys brought up is absolutely right. Can you imagine being Erling Haaland,
Yeah.
entering the EPL, right,
Yeah.
after working your way through Europe, right, you get to the EPL, to the top team with Pep Guardiola, and then you play in your first season, like you said, smash the goal scoring
Dude's
record.
playing Inter Miami, bro.
Yeah. And then you win the treble at that age, and then suddenly you go to the awards and you're like, oh, Messi wins it.
Jorginho made it to top 3 in Ballon d'Or for winning €1.
€1.
Like that's so you already know.
So much,
So you already
And you
know.
made such a good point with this is what people forget. Haaland, right? Premier League is the hardest league in the world. To score that amount of goals,
regardless of tap-ins or whoever
He
is
makes
feeding
it
you
look
the-
fucking
yeah,
easy.
He
That's
makes
it.
it look easy.
Yeah,
he
that's
makes it
it.
look
Yeah,
easy.
he just
You
makes
have
it
to-
look fucking easy.
again,
do you know
people-
what's the saddest thing as well about the Ballon d'Or? And this really like
You're gonna say
infuriated
something
me.
Mudryk
No,
shit,
like
yeah.
Mudryk
I already knew you were going to say that.
Mudryk didn't even make the top 10. So the integrity of this awards is just out the window now.
And Salah was like not even top 10, shit like that. So we already know. So we already
I was
know.
just happy Odegaard and Saka were in the conversation.
in like top 100.
Yeah, like,
top 25.
No, I think they were. I think they were like top 25, like 28.
Yeah.
I think 23 and something. Yeah.
But it's definitely the end of.
Yeah.
This is Messi's last.
It's his last.
This
It's
is
his
the
last.
one.
And then it's gonna be funny when next year, right? This is
gonna
a
be not
segue to next year, right?
Yeah.
But next year, the next Ballon d'Or, like, can you imagine if Erling Haaland wins just an EPL, but then he scores like a crazy amount of goals, and then he wins it?
But he doesn't get the chance.
And
to
then
win
he's gonna be like,
because-
so I win one EPL when I won the treble last year and I didn't get it, and then I win an EPL and I get it now. You know,
sense, exactly
it doesn't
what I
make
mean.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem because this award is based on voting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you voting also is like all this whatever contest where you vote for your winner, so anything can happen. So basically, of course, with Messi winning and then he played a vital role on the Argentina winning the World Cup. I think kudos to him. But next year,
Next year,
Mudryk?
no, next year I
Nico
think
Jackson?
is no next year. next year is Jude Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
Oh,
Let's talk about Jude Bellingham for
No, let's talk about who are your top 3 for next year.
For next year,
Ballon d'Or.
Jude
I think
Bellingham.
it's too early to tell because you don't know who.
We're not even midway.
It's all
through.
about titles, isn't
It's
it?
all
right?
about who wins this one.
I
so.
think 2 of the 3 will be Erling Haaland,
And
Jude Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, this
That's
will-
it. That's a
the thing.
definite.
And then they will become similar to Messi and CR7 for the next 10, 20, 15 years.
Did you
something
watch
like
the
that.
El
I
Clasico?
think so.
Yeah. I mean, so many people criticizing Jude Bellingham for like his tap-ins, his easy goals,
me?
and things like that. No,
Oh,
so many
okay,
people.
okay.
So I'm just looking at you because you're across the table. Don't worry.
Yo, what you
Because
saying?
there's so many people. And I watched the El Clasico with Barcelona and Real Madrid, right? And Jude Bellingham was like fire, bro. His
Nah, he's a
second
baller.
goal.
He's a baller.
Oh my gosh.
No,
He's
he's
a
not
baller.
keep scoring at the last minute. He is the Mr. Clutch. We call it
Yeah,
from
Mr.
football.
Clutch.
Yeah, and his second goal was just a screamer right to the top
Screamer,
corner.
screamer.
The keeper
Yeah.
didn't even move. I mean,
He's
like
a baller,
that was.
man. He's a baller.
That guy's a baller.
He
He looked like Jude Bellingham.
I feel like
He's a more trend. He's a more trend. He's a more
Yeah,
trend.
it's, going back like Bellingham and stuff. I only really like I kind of hopped on that dig like a while ago
Yeah,
when
me
he
too.
was like in Dortmund and stuff like that. He was so good. And the thing about being like technically gifted and all this stuff thing, when you put these he's
20.
younger than me. I'm 23.
He's
like,
20 years old.
So
My God, he just
you-
finished his SPM like 3 years ago,
Yeah,
guys.
so you put these players.
What the-
How many A's did you got? How many A's did you got?
Bro, it's a different conversation, different podcast, bro.
I remember when Birmingham
Retired the
retired
number.
number.
And
Now
then
look
everybody
who's
made
laughing.
fun of it.
Yeah.
Now
So-
look who's laughing.
No,
Sorry,
he's-
you were saying, yeah.
Just being good is one thing, but
Yeah.
you take a player this young, put him in the Dortmund team. Talking about Dortmund here,
Yeah.
and he's captain some of the games, the last season, all that too. Have the confidence to have the swagger of like, I'm gonna go and make difference in this team. I heard Dortmund kind of had a falling out with him because he was like asking more of his teammates and all that, and that's exactly what you need. All this at 20 years old is crazy.
And are you
It's-
upset Liverpool didn't sign him because you were really close?
Hey,
right,
no, I
signing
mean
him,
I'm
right?
upset, but it's not like oh man, the one that got he chose.
Nah, dude, he's gonna
he
come.
chose-
Dude,
he
he's
chose-
from Liverpool, right? He's from Liverpool.
He's from England.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, he's a Scouser, right?
Yeah, no, he's not Scouser. He's not Scouser. He's not Scouser. Yeah. So just this.
We move on. Like, I think he
elite-
move on as what we move on over Solskjaer, and he also move on over
Dude,
Jude
give Bellingham 3 more seasons at Real Madrid, and he's gonna win the Champions League, the La
If he
Liga,
keeps this up,
and then I think he's gonna come back
He just
to
has.
England.
He
If
just
he
has
comes
it,
to
bro.
City, him and
If
Haaland,
he
the
comes
whole world is
to-
screwed.
Dude, forget it. Like, that one. We
yeah.
surrender
No,
still.
yeah,
I mean.
and, just the last point, like
Yeah.
the last World Cup, the Winter World
Yeah.
Cup in Qatar.
Yeah.
That's when Jude Bellingham was like started already for
Yeah.
England and stuff. So I watched every because I support England.
Yeah.
And game, those games, he was just
the boss.
I'm gonna take this team under my lead and all that. And when Kane missed the penalty, Bellingham was the first one to like, let's go. All that at 20 years old.
Yeah, he's got a monster mentality. He's like Haaland in many ways, to be honest. That mentality, that winners mentality, that champions mentality. It's so mature, bro.
Exactly. So tap ins, whatever, however he scores, you still have to be there to score the goals and play well and all that. And I'm glad that he scored this goal because now it's like, what the hell is going to say now? You know?
Because he can play in all the midfield area.
Yeah, 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10.
His work rate is so high, by the way. His work rate is insane. Like the way he even drops back, he drops back to defend as well. His work rate is honestly admirable.
And the goals that he scores, just like Haaland, he makes it look so easy. Like the goals in the
it looks so easy, but like what he said, you just to have that that predatory striker's instinct to be at the right place at the right time. It's not just like it's not luck actually.
Can we all do his celebration real quick? Celebration? The Bellingham. Right? Is it more like this or is it more like this?
It's more like
it's more like this, right?
We don't like pundits here, do we now? Okay, quick hot take right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Jude Bellingham is the best player in the world right now?
Right now?
I'm just throwing it out there.
KDB's injured.
Best player
in the world. Okay, so let's take KDB injuries aside and all that at this particular moment.
But even if you put Bellingham right now against a physically fit KDB right now.
No, it's KDB. It's I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough.
It's a new generation of football. I love it.
It's tough because I feel like KDB, people know how great he is, and I still think it's underrated. I still think it's underrated.
I think it's underrated because of his character and his personality. This guy is humble as hell.
Right? He's just quietly like the best midfielder.
He's got this quiet confidence about him, KDB.
Okay, sorry. The best valuable player in the world right now.
Yeah.
In terms of his age and stuff, would you say he is the most valuable player right now?
Why are you asking? Are you going to report back to Top Bowley or something and be like, all right, boss, like he seems like a good buy. Like I think we should get him.
$500 million. the money.
Honestly, by far, you say like most valuable, keyword is like valuable, the potential. He's already this good at 20.
Yeah. And then he's playing at Real, and
he's playing Real. Exactly. Taking
Fan
Zidane's
favorite already.
Zidane's
I think there's going to be a statue of him next week. I think next week got a statue.
I think they're making it now.
Yeah, making it now. Yeah. The same pose,
And it's hard to just glaze on a 20-year-old's dick like that. But he's just so good, man.
Yeah, so good.
He's
I think that's a pretty tough question to answer, right?
If not him, then who else?
Hey, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. There you go. This guy. Let us know in the comments.
And quick predictions for this weekend.
Yeah, let's go into the quick predictions. Arsenal versus Newcastle. I believe it's at the Emirates.
Sorry,
at home or is it at
St. James's Park?
Oh, is it St. James?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, Adam, what's your prediction?
Yeah, Adam, let's start with you. What's your predictions?
Arsenal, Newcastle, I don't know. That screams draw to me. I mean, obviously you're going to say otherwise, but I'll go a little fun. I'll say 2-2.
Okay.
I'll say 2-2. I think there's going to be goals.
That's fun. 2-2 is like the same prediction.
Two goals, 4 goals a game.
4 goals galore, right?
4 goals.
I think it will be a draw, but I'm going to bet on more goals. I think both have a very great attacking and they're very confident. Both teams are very confident right now. So even though they're a goal down or 2 goals down, they're going to still be continuing attack, even if they're 2 goals or 3 goals up. So I think I'm going to go with a draw, but I'm going to say 3-3.
Dang. So you're going for really fun.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm sorry to say this, but I think Newcastle are a bit shaky at the moment. Arsenal have come from a 5-0 win. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Arsenal victory.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
So you got a draw, and an Arsenal win. Mike, do you want to go first?
Okay, I go first. Like, okay. I think currently Newcastle are struggling because we do have Jacob Murphy is out injured with the bahu, and then also Sven Botman is still out injured, and Isaac also, and then Tonali is no. So previously we have all these substitute bench which can just come in and change the game, but now we don't have. But we are playing at St. James's Park, the loudest stadium in EPL right now. So I think we're gonna nick it, but it's gonna be a high scoring game.
Nice.
Just 1 goal to the good, something like that. Maybe 2-1 or 3-2, something like that. But we're gonna leak goals because Botman is not there.
St. James Park might be the loudest stadium, but I think we can control that volume this weekend. Right? I think us is gonna control that volume.
We got remote control.
We got the remote control, okay? Because we've got some players injured right now with Gabriel Jesus out for don't know how long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Thomas Partey also is out again. Don't know how long. Apparently short stints. But that 5-0 win over Sheffield United just shows how
Okay,
much
guys, we asked
depth
for
that we
predictions
have.
here. We didn't ask for, like, you know, what's the score going to be?
And I think it's going to be a 2-0 win.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Very safe.
2-0.
Very,
Yeah,
prim,
2-0
very
win
proper.
over Newcastle. But the Chelsea versus Spurs game, I feel,
London
is
derby.
actually going to be a more exciting game
London
for everybody
derby.
to watch.
Come on,
London
Chelsea.
derby.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me tell you about Chelsea. So
go for
in
it.
this game, we've got players out. No, I think it's going to be
another massacre.
1-1. 1-1.
I would love it to see Spurs drop points. I love to see Spurs
Chelsea
drop
are
points.
looking great. We almost beat you guys last week. Just an unlucky.
I think this is the weekend where the unbeaten will finally end for one of these teams, for Arsenal or Spurs.
Interesting.
I hope
Interesting.
Chelsea will be the ones to
Thanks,
do
bro.
it.
So you're going for Chelsea victory?
I do. It's going to be a Chelsea 10-0 win over Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
No,
nice.
pundit answer, Chelsea will win 2-1.
Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually?
That's your actual prediction?
Yeah.
Playing in Chelsea or in
At Stamford Bridge or
Stamford Bridge?
I think it's Stamford Bridge, right?
Let's check it out.
Prediction?
Okay. I think just from what I've seen from both teams, obviously I would love for
No, it's
So
away
I-
from home, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea away.
so I think Spurs 2-0 lah. Unfortunately.
I'm in
want
agreement
that.
with
Yeah.
him. I think we think very much the same way. We're like
Yeah.
quite realistic, but I
Yeah,
think
I think-
Spurs will walk away to win here.
Yeah.
I
It won't be
think
like
Spurs
5-0
will-
and like
it will-
that, but they got to win lah.
Yeah.
I think
I don't want them to.
For
Yeah.
me, Chelsea are less under pressure playing away, so they're gonna get a draw.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice,
very
I'll take that.
generous of a Newcastle fan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, well, I
Mark,
think...
did you say what was going to happen? You said
I said it's going to be a draw,
Yeah, it's
but
gonna
you've
be a draw.
convinced. You know, I'm going to change my mind because you convinced me.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, it's going to be Chelsea 3-0, Modric hat-trick. And then next year he's going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Mark and Modric. Amen.
Let
Amen.
us know in the comments on what you guys think will be the results of those two games. Arsenal versus Newcastle and Chelsea versus Spurs.
Liverpool versus Luton.
And yeah, if you want to throw it in there, what's your thoughts on Liverpool versus Luton? Bro, don't jinx it, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't jinx
It's
it.
at Luton. So,
Yeah.
you know. Also, let us know who you think. Do you think Messi should have won the Ballon d'Or or no? Because unfortunately,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, let
Even
us
though
know.
Messi is the best footballer ever. But
Is the
not-
GOAT, but he deserve it.
Yeah.
Right? Let us know in the comments. And I think that's a wrap for today's
Thanks
episode.
for coming on the show.
Thanks for
welcome.
coming,
Thanks so much,
guys.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's been nice,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
All right, see you next time.
Hi everyone, sorry, I wanted to record the post-match reaction outside the stadium. It was raining, it was dark, and I just couldn't record. So I had to wait until I got back to my accommodation. It's a disappointing loss, and you know, I don't think we played particularly well. I think we were played off the park for most of the game, and it was really disappointing. But you know, if I were to describe the game, you know, I watched the game with my wife, and my wife doesn't know much about football, but she pointed out 3 things about Manchester City that, you know, United just didn't do. City always kept their shape, they always kept the ball moving, and they always fought for every ball. And I think United at times were guilty of being pedestrian, they were guilty of being static, they were guilty of, you know, seeming like they didn't want it at times. And I think the players, the manager, they have to go back to the drawing board. They have to introspect and think, what am I doing wrong? What more can I do? Am I making the right decisions? Am I bringing on the right people? Am I starting the right players? Am I, you know, making the right runs? Do I need to change the way I play? Do I need to change the way I set up? Things like that. And, you know, I think Erik ten Hag is on borrowed time at the moment. I will firmly back him, and I think he's the person to take United to the next step. But, you know, the news of Sir Jim Ratcliffe not particularly wanting a new backroom staff and things like this, you know, he may find himself in a troubling position if the results don't start to pick up. To end it, I just want to say, if I was a neutral fan, I would have enjoyed that game so much more, simply because I think it was an absolute privilege to watch that Manchester City team play. And I'm not just talking about players like Haaland and Grealish and Foden, you know, players like, you know, I just want to single out Josko Guardiola is absolutely, what a beast, you know, what a beast. He was such a mentality monster on the field, and every single ball he fought for, every single time he was singled out by the winger, every single tackle he made, it was, you know, it was filled with the will and desire that I think if United had shown 5% of that desire, we would be having a much better season than we have been. But anyway, I just want to say, you know, we have to keep our heads up. It's still some ways to go in the season, and we'll just have to keep fighting. Glory, glory, Man United.